for this country, because I know he would make a difference to the country. I thank you, Governor.
The judge has read the judgment. So can we give him a big hand? I think we are all Christians, and I think the Bible says there's a time and a season for everything under the sun. And I think for us as Meru community, today is the day that the Lord has set for us to welcome His Excellency Raila Odinga to our leadership forum for this afternoon. Can we give him a big hand? Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga does not need any introduction at all. Even small children know him. You might like him, or you might not like him, but you know him, for sure. So I don't intend to introduce him because you know him. But I can give my own personal testimony that I've known, allow us to call you Njakom. Njakom in the Luo means chairman. He's the chairman of the chairman. So I've known Njakom for the last 40 years or so. I remember the first time that my picture appeared on the front page of the Daily Nation as a young lawyer was sometimes in 1984, when Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga had been brought to court from some detention because we had applied for him to be brought to court when Justice Muri was the Attorney General. We had just met with Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga in Shimoratewa prison that time. And since then, we have been together. We have fought many battles together with him to liberate this country from one part in dictatorship and tyranny. And I think people seem to forget. Now you can insult anybody without any threat to yourself, without detention, without trial. But all that freedom is because of Njakom. Can we give him a big hand? We have worked with him in and out of government. Sometimes we have fought many wars on the same side, but there are times when we have also fought against each other. Those moments are also there. We also worked closely when I was Minister for Energy, and he was my boss as the Prime Minister. He was very passionate about green energy. All this talk we in Kenya about green energy, it was actually his idea. And he took me first to Korea and then to France when we went to negotiate to bring nuclear energy to this country when people are so scared of the word nuclear. And even as we are talking, we have trained a lot of people. We set up a nuclear energy program for the country, and I want to thank him for that. We also came with a program of kerosene-free Kenya. We are the ones who are popularizing solar power in the country with the Prime Minister then. So there are many things about the Raila you don't know, which we can talk about. And the one who said Raila is a businessman, I know him. The round table used to have every month with the business people when he was Prime Minister to try to see how we can introduce ease of business and get things moving faster, for this country. The road network in the country was planned during his time when he was our Prime Minister. Even all those roads we are doing in Meru, they were done with him and Mongera, when Mongera was his PS. So I know that the capacity of this man. The Raila I know is a strategist. The Raila I know is a man of ideas. He knows more history than many historians, although he's an engineer. The Raila I know is a man of great energy, focus, and determination. Nothing will stop Raila from going where he wants to go. And when he's in front, his troops will never be afraid. We did a lot of street protests in Nairobi, but they will never succeed without Jacom coming into the scene. I don't know how he was able to manage to bring all these crowds to Nairobi whenever we need them. So, that's Raila. He is also a man of compromise, a very realistic politician. Raila was a hero. I think on the 14th of October, 2002, when he left Kenyata at having tea at the Serena Hotel, crossed over to Uhuru Park, and he came and announced that Kibaki Tosha. I think Kibaki became president on that day when Raila made that announcement. And for us, when we've been castigating him before, all of a sudden, he became our greatest friend, he became a hero. And you remember, since Kibaki went into hospital shortly afterwards, it is Raila who carried the campaign, across the country, and saying when the captain is injured, the football must continue. So that time Raila became our jamba. We had all the nice things to say about the man. Until 2007, when now he came to oppose Kibaki. Then 2013, against Uhuru, 2017. And now it was our duty as the strategists from both Kibaki and Uhuru to develop some fictions and some narratives which you are calling demonization. So we are the ones who demonized this man so that Kibaki can win. We are the ones who demonized him so that Uhuru can win. I can tell you from my position and the roles I played then, there was nothing wrong with Raila. But we had to make the man black so that we can win. And we won. But now the situation has changed. Kibaki is no longer running 2022. Uhuru is no longer running for 2022. So hiyo maongo wote tuweke kando. Raila is now a hero. He's a hero of the handshake. Even when they came with the BBI was a good document, and I supported it. Because as Governor of Meru, I needed more resources to be able to uplift our people in Meru. PBI was giving me an additional 6 billion in Meru County. And I supported it all over, and the people are listening to us. And even now, we have not given up. Only part of BBI has been declared illegal by the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal, I've read that judgment several times. At no time did it say that giving that 5% to the counties is illegal. There's nothing like that. So, Mheshimiwa, we are still relying on you to continue with those aspects of BBI which are going to benefit our people. So as Council of Governors, we've sat down and we have discovered that we can bring in the 35% to the counties even without a referendum. We talked to Kina Maore, Kina James Orengo. We pass it through Parliament, even before the Parliament goes home, so that we can have that 5% coming to our counties. And then the World Fund is also not illegal. They will not be declared illegal by any court. The Youth Council are not been declared illegal. So those aspects of BBI, which we can salvage, and bring through parliament, we are going to continue that journey. We have said, although the court somehow declared the end of the road for BBI, the journey of BBI must continue, through other ways. And today is not my time to make a speech. I'm just giving some introductory remarks. We are here to talk politics. Hiyo mambo yote ambayo Cast alisema, how Raila was demonized and what happened, that is history. Anything which happened until yesterday is history. That's not politics. Politics is what is happening today and what will happen tomorrow. So we are here to discuss not yesterday, not the way we demonize Raila. We have come to see what we are going to do together tomorrow and the day after tomorrow to uplift our people through politics. I've become skeptical about political friendships because politicians are strange animals. You see, people have not quarreled, becoming enemies for no reason which you can't see. The friends of yesterday, for no reason, become enemies of tomorrow. And the enemies of yesterday, again, for no reason, become friends of tomorrow. So I don't want to base our politics on personal friendships. That those ones that has lived the men and women, of this country. As politicians, we are bound together by interests. You scratch your back, I scratch. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. It is interest which bind us together. It is interest which divide us. So what I would like us to discuss here today are interests of Meru community. Are we together? And it's not a secret. We are talking with some of you to form a party which is going to promote the interest of Meru and our region and put it in the national political map. So we are here to hear Jacom talk not about yourself, but about us. So tell us about what you think about Meru and our interest as Merus. Tell us, when we work hard to make you president, what are you going to make us, as a community? Merus are very good civil servants. Even when they retire, they still go back to the office to see whether the office is running well. So when you pick top civil servants, remember that. 2, we are talking about these resources. We need them. So tell us whether you are going to allocate more resources, including those ones in BBI, to Meru County, when even before you get there, because you have a lot of influence even in Parliament. 3, what plans do you have for our youth? You have heard them talk here. What plans do you have for our farmers? What plans do you have for the road network, which you know very well in Meru County? What plans do you have about our water? Such things. These days, politicians have become very clever. In the search for votes, they know the poor people, the marginalized, the youth, they are more in terms of voters in this country. So everybody, even those who don't mean it, are talking the economic language of the poor. That's what we are talking today. Others going to great lengths to show how poor they are, even when they are not. We don't want idle, empty talk about poverty. We don't want to glorify poverty as the people of Meru. I've said my personal mission is to make Meru great. I want our people to be rich and prosperous. So please share with us any ideas that you have, which are going to make Meru rich and prosperous. Those who don't have, that they can have. Those who are poor today, so that they can be rich tomorrow. That is what we are talking about. As I conclude, Meru is known for a very unique commodity called miraa. We are the only ones on this earth whom God has blessed with that commodity called miraa. And tumeona tumeletewa. We are holding a miraa scientific conference in Nairobi next year. We are calling it a scientific and commercialization conference. And we want to see how we can modernize the miraa trade. Our market in Somalia has been closed. We have to be more imaginative. We want miraa to appear in our supermarkets. We want even those wazungus who don't want to eat leaves to drink miraa juice and miraa wine in Europe. So we want you to support us in that enterprise as an engineer and as an industrialist. Since the closure of Somalia market, there's been a lot of poverty in Nyambene region. People are waiting for famine relief from us. People who are able and people who used to give us money. We'll be very happy if you can help us use your influence to first open the Somalia market, but also because I know you are a personal friend of the president of DRC Congo, Mheshimiwa Tshisekedi. I've even seen you with him at Serena Hotel just before he became president. And I know you and Titus have visited him in Kinshasa. Can you use that friendship to open for us a miraa market in Congo, in Kinshasa, so that we can supplement the market which has been closed? And that one doesn't have to wait for you to become president, because you're already seeing him now. I think you can go, and then we'll be very happy to send Munjuri and a few people, for that mission. Sorry, I've talked too much, but I couldn't talk for a shorter period. Mheshimiwa Maore has told you, the ground in Meru is not very good. And I like the spirit of Uhuru Odinga. If there are problems, it is our duty to solve those problems. I know you are never afraid of a struggle. We have struggled before. Even now, we can open a new front of the struggle. Those demons that we planted, the crocodiles which we put in the rivers, we are going to remove them so that you can take people to Canaan. So, with those few remarks, I will request all of you now to be upstanding and start clapping. And you continue until the Prime Minister gets here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Karibu, Excellency, Prime Minister Raila Amoro Odinga. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Wamama wenzangu, so far tumefikisha 350k kwa account yetu ya chama. Tufanye aje na hizi pesa zetu?
Naona tununue vitenge zinafanana. Vitenge. Hapana, tununue sufuria za non-stick.
Sufuria.
Tununueni curtain.
Ai, wamama wenzangu, vote tununue kaploti.
Kuna watu wanauza plots na nyuki.
Na nyuki?
Hebu tuwapigie simu watupe uhondo. Hello.
Thank you for calling Octaven. How may we assist you?
Can we get a plot with 350,000 in Nanyuki?
Yes, you can get a plot at the Great Oasis Gardens in Nanyuki today for as low as 349,000 shillings.
There is